Alright, so reference angle in radians. Now we get to work with some lovely fractions. So here's our problem. We're going to start out just by drawing the reference angle. So given an angle of 7 pi over 6, draw the reference angle. So that's what we're going to start with. And I'm going to go over here. Now to even know what quadrant this falls in takes a little bit of skill. Okay, so we know that this is 0 radians. Hopefully you know that this is pi radians. And then halfway between that's pi over 2. And this is 3 pi over 2. So now we have to figure out, where does 7 pi over 6 fall? So what I would advise you to do is go and convert all of these quadrantal angles to a denominator of 6. So I'm going to say this one is equal to 3 pi over 6. So we know that, oh, this is bigger than 90 degrees. And pi is going to become 6 pi over 6. So I know that it's going to be bigger than that. But 3 pi over 2 is going to become 9 pi over 6, which means that I fall in the third quadrant. 7 pi over 6. All right. So now we need to figure out how big is the acute angle that's formed between our terminal side and our x-axis. How big is this? If the whole thing's 7 pi over 6 and this portion above the x-axis is 6 pi over 6, we can subtract the whole amount minus our 180 degrees, so to speak, and we get pi over 6. So our little angle in here is pi over 6. So now we can draw a triangle. That's one of our special angles. We know across from pi over 6 is 1, and adjacent to it is the square root of 3, and our hypotenuse is 2. Should look pretty familiar. So now we're going to go and we're going to do the same as we did above. We're going to find sine of 7 pi over 6, cosine of 7 pi over 6, and tangent of 7 pi over 6. So for sine, all we have to do is remember SOHCAHTOA. Alright, just go to our little reference angle, and we need to think, okay, opposite over adjacent, so 1 over 2. However, we have to remember, all students take calculus. I'm going to highlight that because there's a lot of stuff going on in this diagram, so I want to be able to pick that out. So, is it positive or negative? Hopefully you realize tangent's the only one positive in that quadrant, so sine and cosine are both going to be negative. So now cosine of 7 pi over 6. Well, that's adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's going to be square root of 3 over 2. No need to rationalize, but we do need to remember that negative sign. And then lastly, tangent's going to be positive, and that's going to be opposite over adjacent, so 1 over the square root of 3. Here we do need to rationalize, and we're going to get the square root of 3 over 3. And that's it. So the most difficult part here is really converting those quadrantal angles and making sure you get the right reference angle in here. And then from there, it works just like the degree problem. All right, so now we're going to go, and I'm going to give you an example problem to do in radians. And I want you to do this on your own. Bring both these problems into class, and we're going to talk about them. And I really want you to put forth your best effort so I can see where you guys are at with the problems. So here we're going to draw the reference angle for How about 11 pi over 6? That'll be a fun one. Then find sine, cosine, and tangent. Alright, well have fun with that. Good luck, and we'll see how you do tomorrow.